everyone, and welcome to Final Four week. We are here on the court at NRG Stadium. Patty Smith with the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, alongside the president of the Houston LOC for the Final Four, Holly Kesterson. Holly, this has been a long time in coming. Tell us a little bit about kind of what you're dealing with this week. The hay's probably mostly in the barn, but what are you dealing with this week?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of planning has gone in. We are 2 years in the making on this, and way before that when the Sports Authority started bidding on this project. But we just found out the 4 teams in the Final Four just a couple of days ago, so we are in final preparations, final arrangements to welcome those 4 teams to Houston.
So, are you sleeping?
Not enough, I can tell you that, but that's okay.
Not enough. So you made the transition, so you're vice president at the Sports Authority as well, transitioning over about a year ago to run this Final Four. What has that been like? Because I know you didn't just walk away totally from your Sports Authority job, but you got a big task here that you've been dealing with. What's this transition been like in building your staff here?
You know, it absolutely is not a clean transition because the Sports Authority is so busy. There's so many great events that fall under the Sports Authority umbrella. So there's a little back and forth, a little sharing of times, but the Final Four is a major event and our community knew we needed to invest in this. So we have a huge team. When you take into all the venues, all the community partners and the volunteers, all those people go in together to make this event work. And so it has been an interesting combination, but that's the great part about Houston. It's such a great sports city, and that's why we're here, and that's why we love doing what we do.
So 2 questions. I'm going to give you time to think about them in advance. So I'm going to ask you what's the kind of the funnest part you've had to doing this, and then what's been the biggest challenge. So let's go to what have you had the most fun with, maybe that you didn't even expect or see coming, but what have you thoroughly enjoyed about this process?
It's such a hard question because there's so many great things about this, but I will say working with the NCAA has been an absolute joy. They are great at what they do. They're great at big events. Their team is exceptional. And so getting to know them, getting to work alongside them as we plan this event has been really special because, yes, we've hosted the Final Four many times in the past, but we want this Final Four 2023 to be a little bit different, a little bit bigger, a little bit shinier. And so getting to work in collaboration with our community partners as well as the NCAA has been a lot of fun.
So back to the other question, which we joke about this all the time because we do work together, and she's obviously the detailed person of the 2 of us, and I always say, how do you even know where to start? Say, hey, here's a Final Four, go run it. How do you even know where to start? How did you know where to start? No. What has been the most difficult part of it? Not knowing, honestly, not knowing all these peripheral events and concerts, and you're talking about laying carpet and what you're doing for the scoreboard and just stuff I wouldn't even think of. But what has been the biggest challenge, do you think?
Man, the biggest challenge... it's positives and negatives, right? The biggest challenge is it's such a big event and there's so many pieces and you want to do so many things because it's not just the game. It's the fan fest, it's the music fest, it's the community engagement parts, it's the reading programs with the kids. There's so many things we can do and we're proud of all of those things because we want to leave a legacy here in Houston way beyond just this year. And sometimes it's hard to say no to things. It's hard to limit those things because you want to be great at everything. We want Houston to be great at every piece of the event. And so I will say, especially as we've wrapped things up and gotten closer to the end of it, is being able to say no, draw some lines, and really focus in on the priorities because it's just been so much fun.
Well, and we know everybody wants to be a part of this in some way, shape, or form, in some capacity. Our phones are ringing off the hook, obviously, for tickets and hookups and connections. Everybody can't be here, but that's what's really kind of cool about all the other things that you're creating. There is something for everyone.
Absolutely. Even if you're not a basketball fan, there's something for everyone. And there's a lot of free events, which is really important to us, a lot of community-facing events, because we don't want there to be anybody in this community that doesn't have a way to engage with Final Four. So there's something for everyone, whether it's the dribble presented by Buick, which is for little kids dribbling their basketballs through town, or it's the fan fest, the 4-mile run. There's so many things, something for everyone. It doesn't matter what your interest is. Come out, enjoy Final Four.
All right, we've had a big billboard out on the freeway that's had the countdown to the Final Four. How many days left?
4 days.
4 days. Not that she's counting, but 4 days. We get her back at the Sports Authority. We miss you.
I miss you guys.
All right. Enjoy your next 4 days. This is what you've worked hard for. You've done a great job. We're very proud of you. And we will have more of this great stuff behind the scenes throughout the week, so be sure to tune in right here.